I know, right? Hey guys, welcome back to Baby Back Maniac. I have got a super cool video for you guys today. This is an easy one. We're gonna cook a prime rib roast, and that's what this is. This is a 4-pound prime rib roast, and you can tell it's prime because it's got this really good marbling right here. That's where all your flavor comes from. So when you pick out a roast, it's one of the most important things you can do is find a really well marbled roast. It's totally worth the trouble. So anyways, we're gonna do a 4-pound prime rib roast, and we're gonna do it on the Weber Genesis. I know a lot of people this time of year are, you're out, your wife is like, hey, it's the holidays, I need you to cook this on the grill. I'm your guy. I'm gonna show you how to do this. This is deceptively easy. Like, this is one of those cooks that anybody can do, and it's just not that hard. It is kind of risky because these are expensive. This was just this 4 pounds was a $50 piece of meat, just to kind of give you an idea of what you're up against. But you don't necessarily have to get prime. Sometimes you can find some really great meat that's choice grade, so keep that in mind. But this one looks really, really good, and I'm excited about cooking it. So this is super easy. Like I said, all we're gonna do is I'm gonna use this Montreal steak seasoning. This is my favorite seasoning. There's certainly other ones that you can use. I'll put a link to this below. Sometimes it's called Canada seasoning. I know people make fun of me when I say that, but I promise you I've seen it. The Tones brand, or Tony's brand, T-O-N-E-S, that's what they call it. So anyways, so this is Montreal seasoning. I'll put a recipe for this below if you want to make your own. It's not that hard to make. I like to buy it already made up because I like the coarse grind that they use on this, especially for prime rib. It makes a big difference. So all we're gonna do here is we're gonna put down a little bit of this Leanne Perrin's whatever you call it sauce. I know there's a lot of debate. We're gonna go with Worcestershire sauce, and that's gonna act as our binder. It'll add a little bit of extra salt on the outside. And then we are gonna throw this into the cooker. So I spilled a little. Here's this, and then this part's easy. I mean, seriously, this is the easiest thing you're ever gonna make. And it's a crowd pleaser too. People really like this. So I'm gonna put a nice generous coating of seasoning all around. I don't think you need to watch me do all this. I'll get this all finished up and we'll come back. So as you can see, I got this roast nice and seasoned. It's a real important part of the process to make sure you get as much rub everywhere as you can. If you don't, you're not doing it right. Fortunately, this is really easy to clean up. All you have to do is just, see? Piece of cake. So as far as prep work is concerned, we're totally done. I mean, if you want, you can do the seasoning the night before. That gives a chance for the salt that's in the meat to penetrate into the meat a little bit deeper. You could do that even up to 2 or 3 days before. That's not a bad idea, but hey, if you're pressed for time, you're doing this last minute, whatever, you're good. This is good to go. I'm gonna go fire up the grill, and I'll show you how I have that set up. This is a 3-burner. So the way I have this set up, I have my outside burners on low, and then this middle burner is off. This is a sear burner, so just ignore this. This isn't relevant, at least not for now. If you have a 2-burner grill, all you need to do is turn one burner on low and then cook on the other side, and then just remember to flip your meat about every 30 minutes so it cooks evenly, or twist, I guess. That may not even be necessary. Some of these gas grills are really good about distributing the heat. So one thing I do to add a little smoke flavor to when I'm cooking with my gas grill is I'll create what's called a smoke bomb, which is when you lay down a piece of aluminum foil and then add wood chips on top of that, roll it up, poke holes in it, and then put it underneath the grill grate and on top of the burner. The main thing that does is make it smell awesome out here. I can really smell that apple wood burning, starting to smolder. It smells great, but it adds just a touch of wood flavor to your meat. It's not like cooking with an offset smoker by any stretch, but it is something. It's nice. The internal temp we're looking for is 130 degrees. As far as our grill temp, we want it to be right around anywhere from 225 to 325. Whatever the lowest temperature your grill will maintain is probably gonna be fine. I'm monitoring mine with the XR50. This is a really good digital thermometer if you're interested. I'll put a link to this in the description box below. You can see my cooker is at 305, and then the internal temperature of my meat is at 93. Okay, we're about 2.5 hours in, and oh my gosh, this looks good. Ooh, look at that crust. Oh, this is so great. So this is about 122 degrees. We're shooting for 130 because that is a real true medium rare. What I've found is most people who like prime rib will like it medium rare. They may prefer it rare, or they may prefer it medium, but they'll be okay with the medium rare. There are a few in every bunch that like theirs medium well or well done. Oh my gosh, I pray for them. But what I'll do for them is I will cut their steak off and then sear it on top of the grill, just like a regular steak, and they're fine with that. I've never had anybody complain. In fact, that was an idea I picked up from a really nice restaurant I used to work at. All right, I've got my prime rib here. This is cooked medium rare. It's actually a little more on the rare side. I never saw it get over 127. So this is gonna be a little pinker than the medium rare, but as you can see, I'm running out of light. So I wanna go ahead and finish up this video before I freaking freeze to death. Also, Mom is gonna be home soon and I need to get some food on the table. So let me cut this open and we'll see what we've got here. Make sure this camera's on. Oh man, this smells so good. Let's see what we've got. Let me see here. Yeah, that's awesome. This is perfect. A perfect medium rare. I've got these little, this butcher twine on here. That's no big deal. So anyways, this is what it looks like. This is great. This is exactly what I expected. It's not wall to wall red, but it's pretty close. Oh, I can't wait to try this. Okay, stay right there. I've got my favorite taste tester that's gonna come join me just a second. All right guys, so this is my favorite taste tester. This is my son, Mini Maniac. How are you doing, Mini Maniac? Silly. Okay, you ready to try this? Okay, I'm gonna give you one of these spots right here. This is my favorite spot. I'll taste one right beside you. Should have pulled off this butcher twine before we started, but oh well. I should have pulled off the butcher twine before we started. All right, we'll take a bite, you take a bite, and I'll take a bite. Tell me what you think.
That's really good.
Okay, this is really, really good. And I actually can taste some of the wood flavor coming off that smoke packet that I told you about. I love the moisture, I love the smoke flavor, I love the seasonings. What do you think? Do you like it?
I like it.
You like it? Yeah, this is good. If you're going to do prime rib, the thing to remember is make sure that you spring for the meat, the cut with the marbling that you can see going through it. That's really, really important. You want to see those layers of fat because that's where all the flavor comes from. Spend a little more if you have to on the prime. The choice is usually fine, but choice grade is usually fine, but make sure you find the right cut. But that Montreal Seasoning tastes great. There's a good peppery flavor to it, garlic. All this needs is a little bit of horseradish and a baked potato on the side, and it's perfect. Don't you think? Yeah, he likes it. So, y'all, thanks for watching. If you want to see the other prime rib I did where I actually burned it at the end, I'll click right here. I'll put it right here. You go see that now. It's so embarrassing. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. Hey, thanks for being on my video. Sure, it's our dinner.